spot. So say right here, and then you're going to toss the volleyball to another partner that is shuffling left and right to the poly spot slightly before they get to it. So you're going to have to see the ball and volley it back to your partner. Try to hit him in the chest, and that's where kind of directing it comes in. So how to get from left to right, we're going to shuffle, side to side shuffles, staying on your toes, staying low, ball to your feet. So if we can demonstrate that right now. I can have one person volunteer to demonstrate. Come over here, please. So start in the middle, and then you're going to side shuffle that way, and get it back. Alright, you see how I kind of threw it at the power spot slightly before he got there? Try to do that, so it's a little challenging. And we're going to make it a little challenge, a little game. So you're going to try to count how many times you can get it to your partner. And they can move one step to get the ball, but anything past that, that doesn't count, you have to start over. So within your groups, you guys can get into spots. That's one, this one, this is another, and there's some more over here. Within your 1-2 groups of the partner. So like 1-2, you guys remember that? You want me to do that? Oh, like 1 tier, 2 tier. Let me count again. Sorry. Can you line up again? We're gonna count again. So just partnering up. I didn't really say that. You're just partner. You can just pick a partner. That's fine. Yeah, just pick a partner.
This is my partner. Look at volleyball.
Okay, observation number one. Since you have a few elements going on
So
here.
you start here. So the throw would be here, and then the volley would be here. See it? So you're going to that poly spot, and then stack it back to the middle. Yeah.
What's supposed to be first?
Okay, Edward, what I'm seeing here that you're doing is just feedback. So that's not necessarily the cue, you're just correcting the performance of the one student. So you know the difference that we're going to emphasize next semester, but what you're doing is this is feedback to an individual, it's not the cue to the group.
Alright, everybody switch now. Switch. Thrower goes to volley. Remember, count your number to get the score. You guys can go.
So a few observations about the demonstration. Since there's a few elements going on here, just the move of that arm. Okay, quick feed, something that was addressed to this group right here, not necessarily to the entire class. So you know what you said was not necessarily heard all the way down there. And at the same time, Edward, you're just addressing the same thing here. So what you're doing is providing feedback. Perhaps there's a cue or two there, what is with this group. When I say cues, it's got to be a reminder for the group as a whole. See? Noah, what you're doing right now, that's pretty much feedback to that one group. These groups over here are not hearing the reminders, which is a cue, right? Cue is a reminder. I was going to say that in the demonstration, when you were demonstrating, there are several elements in here. So just the move of that arm is an element, right? So it would have been okay for them to be at an angle and just try to direct the ball. You put them immediately to shuffle and volley. I mean, direction. It's not only the bump pass per se, right? In this case, you are at an angle and you are working on accuracy. You're working on direction. So it's a combination of the concept with the skill. Then you add the shuffle. Then you're just going to making it a little bit more difficult. And then I don't know if you have something else that's going to happen, but you can add another level of difficulty in here. That's what makes it utilization. Yeah, that was my suggestion. Yeah. The suggestion is that this idea is good. It's just that how you started it. In terms of its progression, it needs room for improvement.
20. Who got the highest score there? What was yours? Anybody beat 15?
I don't recall.
Anybody beat 24?
I can go back, but I don't recall specifying for them to count. So I don't know where these numbers are coming from.
Alright, you guys can switch.
I'm gonna go back and check.
Switch partners again.
See, that's feedback to that group. I'm not hearing anything that this group over here, in terms of cues, are being reminded of. I see that Edward continues with the behavior of going group by group, group by group, group by group. This is something that next semester we're going to talk about. How to deal with feedback, how to deal with that feedback. This is not cues, Edward. This is feedback, what you're doing. And we're going to refine that again next semester. So I'm still not hearing you, any of you, when it comes to the cues. What is important here? Stay low. Yeah, it's important, but the most important thing, the critical part here is the direction. The shuffling per se is for them to get in position quickly so they can angle and send that ball in an angle towards the partner.
Alright, you guys go ahead.
The shuffling is just a combination. So to say quick feed is good. But again, in terms of the critical aspect, which is the movement of those arms, for example, I don't necessarily see it there in that performance. He's like completely straight with the ball. Completely straight with the ball, see? They're not beating the tosser. It's not that the tosser has a role here. It is to beat it before it gets to the spot. They're just bumping straight to the person. They're not bumping at an angle. You need to force them to bump at an angle. See? The tosser waits. See? The tosser waits. No, you don't wait. You're forcing them to see, and this shuffle is a very relaxed shuffle. No. You want to increase it. You want to increase it, and at the same time, look at the. There's no turning of the arms. You have 5:20 still to go. To get to 15, yeah. But remember, you don't have to get to 15. Could be less. So in terms of professional appearance, that's good. Enthusiasm, there's room for improvement there. I don't see that you are like really getting into it. I don't see that there. The instruction part, yeah, I would think is clear. I remember giving you the idea for activities. So activity is utilization, so no problem there either. The demonstration was good, but it didn't necessarily emphasize. I cannot say that it was exceptionally good because it didn't emphasize the angling that I was talking about. So we have about 4 So we have about 4 observations in here that we have to correct.